We're really at a pivotal moment in this country and in this state. And at the Badger Institute, we're really worried about what's happening in America and in Wisconsin. That the poorest kids were locked out of classrooms for a year. That so many somehow now believe socialism is superior to capitalism. We're worried about these beliefs that America is a fundamentally unfair and racist place. We don't believe that. We believe in America and in Wisconsin, but we also believe we have to fight for it every day. For years, we've been fighting against advocates for big government, activists, professors, the media, who don't believe in capitalism and free enterprise, and civil society, don't believe that America is a place of opportunity. We've spent years making sure opportunity exists, removing obstacles to work in the professional licensure area for people who served their time in prison but want to be productive, through our fight for pro-growth tax reform that's actually starting to happen in Madison. Against crony capitalism, publicly funded venture capital, we're continuing with all of that. But we are now at an inflection point. The tragedy of the pandemic is being used to push the progressive agenda, to dramatically increase spending, government overreach, limit liberty. That's why we're taking the lead and tracking the trillions of dollars in spending that has so often had nothing to do with keeping people safe. The Badger Institute is working now to provide a vision and a blueprint, a forward-looking mandate for Madison that will help this entire state prosper.
You did a couple papers that I thought were very interesting because most of the papers that I get are from the university, from academics, and this was different. It gave a perspective that we don't normally get. It was something that we could actually use and apply. A lot of your approach is the description that Tocqueville had of America, getting us back to our roots and getting us back to how we originally solved problems. It wasn't looking for government as a solution.
One of the reasons I love the Badger Institute is because it does focus on issues that affect the everyday lives of Wisconsinites. Having a resource like the Badger Institute in Wisconsin is so useful and so powerful, and just the caliber of research and how it affects not only policymaker decisions within Wisconsin, but just regular average people who need information and want to know what's going on in their state.
What I love about the Badger Institute is what it does is it essentially takes, like, our legislation is in 2D, and when the Badger Institute comes in and brings real-life stories into our legislation to help show the real-life case for it, it takes it and it makes it 3D. It's just very impactful for when we're trying to get pieces of legislation through.
The Badger Institute is fantastic at identifying people's stories and lives who need a little extra help in order to reach that American dream. I've seen its influence. It's not just the scholarly work, and it's not just the publications, but it's also the advocacy. When you see the great accomplishments that this state has because of the hard work of the Badger Institute and how we've instituted some of the great thinkers' thoughts and work, it's pretty impressive.
It's organizations like the Badger Institute that promote American values, the things that make America great. First and foremost, personal liberty. Recognition that it's free markets where free individuals can aspire and dream and build and create.
We are very much in a fight for America. At this point, we are definitely at a crossroads. The work that you all do right in the heart of Wisconsin is so valuable to making sure that we win this fight. We love tapping your expertise for national coalitions, and we love the examples you bring to the table and the voice you bring to the debates in Washington.
It's a worthy organization, and it plays a vital role in shaping the future of your state and our country. I hope every conservative realizes that it's useful and impactful to back the Badger Institute in its vital work.
We love the work of the Badger Institute. Everyone needs to get on board and help them with this important work as America faces socialism.
I I believe that people want to work. They want to make their own ways. They don't want somebody else telling them what to do, what to think, how to spend their money, how to spend their time. As the Badger Institute supports the market economics and capitalism and free thought, it really helps set a base for the legislators and for the citizens to understand the benefits of free markets and that economic system.
Well, the Badger Institute really deserves our consideration for donations in the fact it's a nonprofit organization and it's really doing a common public good. As much as you give it to an educational institution or a healthcare institution, Badger Institute is one of those institutes that's very, very important in this day and age and going forward in our country. And you don't take any government money.
The Badger Institute does kind of share in the marketplace of ideas and give a lot of people a voice who wouldn't have a voice otherwise, from integrating people with criminal records and background into the workforce, which then helps support families, which then supports the businesses, which then supports their customers.
What I love about the Badger Institute is they provide thoughtful, fact-based, rigorous analysis on issues that I care about, all through the lens of free markets and individual responsibility. I think an investment in the Badger Institute is a great investment. It's a necessary investment if we want to have sound policies and functional politics in our state. It really impacts individual lives of individual entrepreneurs that are able to open businesses and do things that they couldn't do without the sort of research and advocacy that the Badger Institute provides.
I was not able to become licensed as a chiropractor. There was some arbitrary laws that were holding me back in the state of Wisconsin. However, the Badger Institute really helped get the word out about these arbitrary laws. Once I was able to get licensed in the state of Wisconsin, I was able to open up my dream studio, and I was able to then provide for my family when it was a very scary time for me.
You set out to follow your dreams, you work hard, you go to school, and you do everything you can to make your dream come true, and then you run into a brick wall. I was trying to open up my own barbershop, and due to very stern licensing regulations, I could not do so. The Badger Institute was actually the group that gave me hope in a hopeless situation. They're the voice of the people that are unheard.
The Badger Institute is a voice for common sense, less government, and personal ambition. The people who believe in big government and push for big government, they get money from big government. We could do that, but we won't. We never have, and we will never take government money. So we need to rely on our friends. We rely on supporters just like you, who are like-minded with our mission. We would appreciate it if you would consider making a donation to the Badger Institute. Your generosity helps us fight every single day to advance free markets, individual liberty, and less government right here in Wisconsin.
At the Badger Institute, we try to improve the quality of life for everyone, regardless of income or station in life. We're a voice of common sense, pragmatism, limited government, individual aspiration. There is a path up, but we have to fight for it. We really are at an inflection point, putting together what we call a mandate for Madison on education reform, more substantive tax reform, government transparency, common sense transportation and infrastructure, economic policy. We're growing our audience and our reach, building our own media platforms, expanding our journalism, as well as our policy work and our advocacy in Madison. We're doing the hard work so others can work hard as well, so Wisconsin can flourish.